3 word changes that will absolutely change your life. Positively guaranteed. Welcome back to Winning Mindset. I'm Gene Zanetti, your coast-to-coast mindset coach from Winning Mindset. We have another great lesson today. Today we're going to talk about words, and I was always a very big believer in word power. The words that we use have a big impact on our lives. Our words are the first link in the chain. Our words impact our thoughts impact our behaviors, and then our behaviors impact our destiny. So the first link in the chain is the words that we use. There's a lot of words that we use that aren't very positive, proactive, empowering, or even logical and rational. And what we want to do is we want to substitute those words for words that are going to help us, right? So effectiveness. We want to have effective words that we're using. Okay, so 3 big word changes. Number 1, problems. You don't need to use the word problem ever again. I want you to substitute the word problem for challenge. People hate problems. People love challenges. A minor change in the words you use is going to have a big impact on how you're thinking and feeling and approaching the situation. So if you say, oh, I have this problem, my car got a flat tire. No, I have this challenge, my car has a flat tire. I can tell you right off the bat, just me personally, if I think about, problem there, the flat tire, I really don't feel like changing it. But, I have a challenge, my car tire, went flat. Okay, I could do it. Let's try it. Let's get it done. Right? So you feel better about attacking a challenge than a problem. So sub it out. It does the same exact thing, but now it puts the ball in your court. It's much more positive and empowering. Okay. Number 2, the word worry. You don't have to use the word worry again either. Instead of the word worry, start using the word focus. So think about it. Let's say you're studying for an exam tomorrow. I have a math test tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about English. I'm going to worry about math tonight. I'm not going to worry about English tonight. I'm going to worry about math because I have a test tomorrow. Sounds good on the surface, right? But no, why are we worrying? Why are we worrying at all? I'm not going to focus on math. I'm going to focus on English tonight. The same exact message that you're trying to get across is now positive. It's now something that you want to do as opposed to, I'm worried about it, right? We're not worried about it. We shouldn't be worried about anything. Let's get worried out of there. It's what are we focusing on? So I'm not going to focus on this. I'm going to focus on that. Oh, don't focus. Instead of telling people, don't worry about that. No, don't focus on that. Same thing. And finally, instead of saying, be careful, start saying, be aware or be alert. Now, of course, we do have to be careful. We got to watch. We got to make sure bad things don't happen. We got to take precautions. We need to take, we just need to be aware. We need to think ahead. So a lot of times people say, be careful. Most of the time, I don't know if you could do, I don't know about all the time. Maybe if you're teaching a kid, right? But even if you're teaching a kid, it's probably better to use the words be aware or be alert because that has a positive connotation. When you say be careful, it almost feels like something bad's going to happen, right? So subtle word changes like that have a big impact. Instead of be careful, I would say be aware or be alert. You'll never go wrong with saying be aware or be alert. But we've told athletes before, hey, we've made the mistake. Be careful out there, or be careful when you're in this situation. No, so now what happens is they start playing very defensively, conservative, tentative, hesitant, right? But if we tell an athlete, be aware of this or be alert, it's not as of a defensive mindset. We don't want to have a defensive mindset. We want to have an offensive mindset. So be alert, be aware. You could say it sternly, but be careful. It kind of sounds defensive and pulling back. So again, as a parent, you use this at your discretion. I think it would work with parenting too. We'll see, right? But definitely in sports, definitely when it comes to a performance setting, don't be careful, be aware or be alert. And finally, I'll give you a 4th one because we always like to over-deliver. 2 words you could scrap from your dictionary, try and can't. So just pull out an old dictionary, your old family dictionary, because I know you're not using it anyway. Go to the page that says can't, and go to the page that has try, like I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Just scrap them right out of the book. No one will notice the difference. No one's going into those dictionaries anyway. Now, don't do it if it's like a family like Antique at this point. But you get the picture. You don't have to say the words try or can't ever again. Instead of I can't do something, I will work on it. I'm going to get better. I will improve. But it's never I can't. There's few things you can't do. Okay, now if we're talking about matters of faith and morals, yes, there's certain can'ts, like the 10 Commandments, right. Point of fact, you can't murder someone. You can't steal. Those are can'ts. But outside of faith and morals, you can. or maybe like you can't personally fly. I can't flap my hands fast enough and fly, right? But very few things when we're talking about human accomplishments is it really serious that we can't do. So there's no more can't. And then the word try, I think that's just also a cop-out. It's just soft language for me, right? If I have a pull-up bar and someone asks, how many are you going to do? And I say, well, I'm going to try to do 30. Just say I'm going to do 30. Like that implies that you're going to try to do 30. Obviously, you're going to try. But I think a lot of times we say try because we're tempering our language because, well, maybe number one, we don't want to feel like we're arrogant or cocky. And that's a good thing, right? We don't want to be arrogant or cocky. But I don't think just saying I'm going to do 30 pull-ups, that's not a cocky thing. It's also the way I say it. And, my nose is up in the air. I'm better than you and the heck with you and I'm better than everyone else. That's a different story. But if I say, no, I'm going to do 30 pull-ups or I'm going to set the team record, that's not cocky. That's not arrogant. So I don't think we use the word try, right? When we say the word try, like I said, a lot of times we don't want to sound cocky or arrogant. I don't think it sounds cocky or arrogant. But a lot of times, I think more of the time when we say the word try, it's more of a cop-out. It's soft language like, maybe I'm going to do it, maybe I'm not going to. And I don't want to look like an idiot if I can't do what I'm saying I'm going to do. It's soft. Just do it. Just get out there and do it, right? Do or do not do. There's no try. So make sure you do that. So again, our 4 word changes, the bonus fourth. First, instead of problems, they're challenges. 2, instead of worry, we're focused. Number 3, instead of being careful, we're going to be alert. We're going to be aware. And number 4, scrap the words try and can't. They don't exist. Don't use them anymore. Mindset makes the difference. And make sure you share these messages with your family, with your friends, because you never know when little things like this could change our life. We all know how prevalent anxiety is this day and age, and performance anxiety, anxiety disorders, it's so common, right? It's because we want to do well. We want to succeed. We don't want to fail. So we got to learn how to cope with the anxiety. We got to learn how to cope with the fears and the doubts. So this is going to help people with that. It's going to help you when you perform, and it's going to help you in life. Make sure you spread the message around. Make sure you share these videos. Mindset makes the difference.